for example, what we think is mostly digital marketing websites we call like CTA. CTA is the best way. For example, if there is a call to action, so what is then? There is nothing. For example, if you see a lot of e-commerce sites are there, starting from Amazon to Indians like Flipkart, Myntra, a lot of things are there. But what they are using, the primary thing they are using is CTA. Database is there. They're showcasing the products of different brands, etc. Basis the pricing, the texture, etc. Depending on the product qualities and product attributions. Okay, they are showcasing all those things. Okay, so what is happening then? The real point is, for example, when we're gaining some insights from there, so basis that insights, if somebody is not buying something, what is the value of there? So you have to focus on the CTA. So how CTA should enable a consumer to buy something? So that exciting thing you have to do. Okay, for example, you are writing a very product snippet. So that product snippet is so exciting that so people, oh, okay, let's try this one and let's buy. So then that is the conversion. That's the real ROI happens there.
Hi, welcome to the Digital Vigyaan podcast. Vigyaan is a Sanskrit term for science, and that's precisely what this podcast is all about, the science behind digital marketing. I'm your host, Dronacharya Dave, and I'm here to speak with experts from different domains of digital marketing as well as industry segments and learn their opinion on the ever changing landscape of digital marketing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another insightful and exciting episode of Digital Weekend Podcast, your show to unravel the science behind digital marketing. For this week's episode, I wanted to discuss one of the most crucial elements for any digital marketing effort, the conversion rate optimization. And to discuss this, I invited a seasoned marketing professional, Mr. Alok Nayak. Mr. Alok is a global visionary in the digital realm, boasting an impressive 26-year track record in editorial management, content and digital strategy, social media, branding, marketing communication, digital communication, and thought leadership. Over the course of his career, he has consistently showcased an extraordinary talent for revitalizing the digital footprint of numerous organizations through his impeccable turnaround strategies. In 2013, he co-founded Incrigo, a cutting-edge data-driven digital marketing solutions company. At present, he holds the position of co-founder and founding editor at the Interview World. The discussion was largely around understanding the role of consumer insights to create a legit buyer persona, and on the basis of that, use appropriate conversion rate optimization techniques. Here's how the conversation unfolded.
Hello, Alok sir. Welcome to the Digital Vigyaan podcast.
Very good morning, Donachaya. It's really humbling and great opportunity for me to talk to you.
Thanks a lot, and it's an absolute pleasure, sir. I mean, having you on the show. So, sir,
Yes.
before we begin our today's conversation, for the sake of our listeners, for this podcast listeners, could you just give a little bit of brief about an intro about yourself? Where do you come from? What do you do? Just a little bit about yourself.
Drona, my profile is actually a very complex profile, probably a very rare profile.
So I know that, sir. I've seen
Okay,
your
so let me
LinkedIn.
tell you, let
So
me
in the most
start.
simplified manner,
Yes,
what our
absolutely.
listeners
Yes,
should know about
yes,
you, if you
absolutely.
can
Yeah,
explain that.
yeah. See, I'm a mathematician, I'm a journalist, and I'm not a lawyer, I would say, but yes, I have done law. Okay. So these are the three things I've done. I started with academia. I started teaching to mathematics to undergraduate students almost for 7 years when I was in Odisha. Okay, I left Odisha in '97 and came to Delhi and joined a monthly news feature magazine, Microcosm Illustrated, as executive editor. I caught my teeth in digital marketing when I was the executive editor of Microcosmic Illustrated. So that was very huge experience for me, and it's from 2000 I was almost involved. And then I came to again the technology domain, water technology domain, then to IT industry completely, where I
So
just
I think
managed to
since
learn.
then there is no looking back,
So there's a
right?
kind of stuff and done. Next came something like, again, that's a IT company, the Techtura. So in Techtura, I was also involved in. I was a team of the it's a global communication team. I was managing the this Asia Pacific region. Okay, so the entire communication as a technical communication and the social media communication, I was managing all the steps. Then I came to this STP, Software Technology Parks of India. Okay, so
Okay.
there I was the completely responsible for the digital marketing, the social media marketing, etc. So as part of 50%, I was there for 6 years. First with from the third party company, that is SM Technologies, so the based out in Bhubaneswar, and next as a fixed term employee of the 3 years from the STPI. So this is how I have done. This is a 26 years of experience. I have done a lot of consultancies, technical consultancies, the company, and these companies there is somewhere in India, somewhere in UK. Okay, so I
Yeah.
have done that, and I have created some products, media products also. Okay, so a lot of things I have done, in mostly whether you can call it as a technology manager, I have done, as a communicator, I have done a lot of things, and also as a global thought leader, I have also provided a lot of content to the top leadership, ACXO level leadership across the companies. Okay, so this is how I am grown in my life, and still I feel that I'm still a learner,
And
because I
that's
can.
that's precisely why in the beginning I said that it's really a confidence booster when people like you, 3 decades of experience, agree to do something like this for newbies like me, because I've been in the industry for 8-10 years
Yeah,
in digital marketing. So
right, right, right.
in front of you, I'm a newbie only. That's
No,
why
no,
I
no,
said
it's
a
not like, it's
newbie.
not like that. It's not like Nivi, but if you can just go back to Mahabharat and just remind it one story.
So I'm just trying to,
Yeah,
live up to the name,
yeah,
hoping that,
yeah,
I'm able to do that. Anyway,
right,
so
absolutely. Yes,
coming to today's topic. So,
yes,
what I want to talk to you about today is, if not the, then at least one of the top, uh, you know, strategies or the requirement or objective of any digital marketing campaign, uh,
yes.
which is conversion rate optimization, right?
Okay, yeah,
So that's what I want to talk to you about on this episode. Now,
yeah,
as per my understanding, sir, there
right.
are mainly factors that
Yes,
contribute
yes,
largely, to a successful, CRO campaign, right?
right.
That includes uh, getting consumer insights, right?
Yes,
Then on the basis of that, creating a buyer persona,
yeah,
right? And then, creating an entire, or as what it is said in the digital marketing industry, mapping the user journey, right?
absolutely. Yeah,
These are the three. That's as per my understanding.
right, right.
These are the three main factors. Of course, there are
Yes,
several other factors, but these are the three main factors which contribute for a successful CRO campaign, right?
yeah,
So I want to start talking about. I want to start with consumer insights first,
yeah,
right?
okay, yeah,
I want to know from you, sir, like, what is your take on first, uh, the role of consumer insights, and all these things will be with respect to conversion rate optimization only, right?
right.
So your take, your view on the, how crucial consumer insights are when we are looking at CRO campaigns in the digital marketing landscape.
Right. So yeah, thanks, Drona. So that's the very interesting question. Let me attempt this question, and I will provide my perspective. Okay,
So
because the
absolutely.
way I have experienced, let me tell you that consumer insights are the most pivotal aspect of a successful campaign, digital marketing campaign, or even you can call it a marketing campaign. Whether it is physical or digital, it hardly matters. The objective is to increase or to boost the ROI. Okay, the returns on investment. We are doing anything, any activity, then there is an investment. Okay, so
Right.
let's understand why customer consumer insights is very, very critical aspect of it. What consumer insights really provide us? The behavior of the consumers. It provides the pain points. It provides the journey across a product or service cycle, and how they want to change a specific product or service to another one. I will touch all aspects of that. Let's start from the consumer behaviors. So these insights will provide the consumer behaviors. So consumer behaviors are really important, and they are, remember, they are not static. Consumer behaviors are the most dynamic aspect. If you have certain consumers, let me start from two. There are two like angles to this. One angle is when you are talking about a prospect, okay, and another angle when you have already boarded the customers, okay, when the
Okay.
customers are your inside customers, okay, they have been, the sales deeds are done, okay, after the sales part, I'm telling you. So before sales and after sales. Again, there are two theories. The theories are the radiation theory and the blue ocean theory. So radiation theory tells you that when you are entering a domain where competition is very high, okay, because that's known domain, okay, that chatter is known to you because you see and you have lot of market research reports available, insights available to you. Then what you do, you build up similar kind of products, and there are many competitors of you, a lot of competitors will available for you, okay. And another thing is, that is blue ocean. In the blue ocean theory, you have to create your own chatter, you have to create your own vision, you have to create your own market, okay. So these are the things. On basis of this, what kind of insights, the consumer insights, we should extract from the market, okay. So that is essential. We're not talking the consumer insights. Let's for example, let me come from like a B2B perspectives, okay, business to business perspectives. For example, we are a software developed company and we are making products for the SMEs, and what we are going to address them is that we are going to address the ERP segment of the SMEs, because a lot of things are there done in a very manual way, okay. So once automation is there, probably it will help them and can save a lot of dollars, okay. So that is the thing. So in that case, we have to understand whether our product, whatever we are building the product, whether that product will eventually solve all those pain points of those SMBs or not. Okay, for example, our prospects that we are building a new product, then we have prospects. We can't say we have a consumer base. Okay, we have the prospects. So we have to take the market, primary market research. We cannot rely on a secondary or tertiary market research. Then in that case, what we have to do, a primary market research is required. In the primary market, so what tools are there? Tools are, a lot of tools are available. The survey tools are there. Okay, Google Form is there. Then Survey Monkey is there, and a lot of tools, digital tools are available for which you can just gain the insights of the prospects.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
talking about
yeah. Hmm,
specifically,
hmm.
uh, like you mentioned about all these tools available,
Yes,
to
right,
measure the insights.
right.
And in that also, if we talk about just specifically, getting those insights
Yes,
for CRO campaigns for a digital platform, let's say for
marketing
a
perspective.
website,
Okay,
you know.
okay. So when we are starting in a campaign, then what we have to do is we need to get the target audience. Okay, that target audience is the prospective consumer, maybe the consumers we have already in our bouquet. So in that case, we have to gain the insights of those consumers, their consumer buying habits. Okay, one is their buying habits. So what kind of products they are, then income, then their demographic details. Okay, and plus their loyalty with a specific product. Okay, for the people are there, they can use products for their lifetime. For example, like Colgate is very, it's one of the example. Okay, so people mostly see, they don't go to and say, because today there are multiple brands are there, that's a talking about brands. Otherwise people toothpaste means Colgate. Okay, so that's why so what exactly we are getting those information, those insights include these points, right? The consumer behaviors, the consumer buying habits, the consumer pain points, and the pricing. Okay, demographic details, what kind of consumers, what kind of age group bracket are using this product or not, all those things are required. So when you gain access to all those information and insights, then it will be easier for us to create the buyer persona.
Buyer persona, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this is a connected world. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
when you gain all this information, Then we can build out the buyer persona. Buyer persona, what's buyer persona? Buyer persona is an idealistic representation of a customers in different
Right.
brackets. Okay,
That
that's buyer persona.
this
Yeah,
is how my ideal customer, like if I'm a
yes,
company, this
absolutely,
is
yeah,
what my ideal customer is. Age
right.
is this, and
Yes, 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 yes. So when you gain all those insights, and then you have to create a buyer persona. Once buyer persona is created, so then targeting is required. For example, there are say 3 or 4 buyer persona critical, maybe more. Okay, depending on the product. Okay, so for example, if you're creating 5 type of buyer personas, in that case, you can understand, okay, this is a kind of number one buyer, number two, number three, number four, and their demographic details. For example, some are in metro, some are in many in towns, maybe some are in villages. All those things are there. So that is one aspect of all those mix and match of all these like insights or data will provide you to create a lot more specific and target audience group. So
right.
once you define your target audience group, then it will be easier to just start the programming campaign and communicate with them, or you can share through a lot of things, maybe EDMs you can start. Okay, electronic direct mailer. Okay, that you can do. Okay, so you can do the social media marketing campaign, you can do. Okay, a lot of things you can do through like Google ad. Okay, that also can do. Targeting is also there. A lot of things, a lot of aspects of this target marketing are there, we can do. But before that, without consumer insights, you cannot take decisions on them by a personage, because once you
Absolutely.
cannot define your buyer personas, what kind of marketing campaign you can start? So whatever the campaign, don't make any generic campaign. It's really, in today's world, it is very
It
personalized.
has to be
Okay.
targeted.
Yes, it has to be targeted. And in 2014, when I joined Textura, that's a software developing company, they are the gold partner of Microsoft. Okay, every week we provided 4 idioms, four
Okay.
different idioms to different functional groups. For
Mhm.
example, one is a manufacturing, one is in a retail, another is in like chemical domain, okay, and something in is like probably healthcare domain, okay. All those things. There are 4 domains and a DRP so targeting. Then we had our database, email database, okay, we procure from the market. So we are targeting those people with this EDN, okay. And let me tell you, what about those people who are talking to like 8 hours a day, or maybe 6 to 7 hours a day to those customers basis the database. And when they're sending those emails, through those emails, they procure some crores of sales by just approaching, by just completing the sales cycle, starting from the lead generation till the lead nurturing, and then finally converting it to a sale. Okay, so that they have 1 crore rupees to that, because that is not much of a money and investment. So in that case, the ROI is very high. Then we are generating leads and eventually just converging into a sales lead. Finally, just you are making just onboarding a customer. So obviously, so that is what exactly required. Is not generation of leads. So how many leads are being converted into your customers? That's
Right.
the important part. Okay. So
Absolutely.
all these things are data. So nowhere without data, you cannot do anything in digital marketing. Okay,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
data is primary, insights are primary. Okay, so that's why always don't be presumptive. That is the first thumb rule in digital marketing. Don't presume that something is happening, something is written in somewhere in the newspaper, is some reports. Don't presume that. Always get the first hand report, the primary survey, or the primary market research.
Right.
These are
Actually,
essential. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So, in fact, just related to this particular statement you just mentioned, I was actually interested to understand from you that during this course of time, or anywhere in while you're working, or even today, if I talk about,
yeah, yeah.
uh, have there any kind of misconceptions or some
That's I'm
like
telling you.
mistakes?
So what I'm telling, because I have already just gave you the hint also.
Yeah,
Okay, the misconceptions are your presumptions.
right,
Don't presume anything. Always be driven by data and insights. Okay, that
right.
is number one. Okay, number two, when you have data or insights with you, don't neglect. That is the second step. Okay, sometimes people just driven by that just sixth sense. There is no sixth sense at all. It's all data and
It's
decision.
all it.
Let these 2 days always manage the business. Don't believe in sixth sense. I have a sixth sense that something will happen. No, nothing of the sixth sense is there in this world. What happens? I'm telling you, it is because of your decisions at the right time, and those decisions taken on the basis of data, the correct
Data.
data, the qualitative data. It's not a data available. Lot of data are available. This is the data the edge. Okay, trillions of data points are there. Okay, but whether all those data points are relevant to you or not, you have to consider only those data points are relevant to you. On the basis of data points, then derive your insights, and basis that insights make the decisions.
Absolutely. In fact,
Okay.
this is something precisely what I was talking about, to someone the other day.
Yes.
Like there is a term called, like, when we talk about these insights and data
Yes.
points,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
There is this thing called vanity metrics, right? And
Yes.
then actionable metrics, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So there's this guest I was talking to, and in one of his posts on LinkedIn, he had mentioned that so that was largely for social media managers,
Right.
and
Right.
he said that, if someone asks me that, what are the matrices that social media managers or digital marketing managers should consider while creating a social media campaign,
Right.
I would suggest every and any data insights that comes across should be considered, even vanity matrices, because
Okay.
largely what happens is that people don't really give weightage to vanity matrices, like, the number of likes or followers increase or page traffic, or but
Yes. Hmm.
uh, and even I was of the opinion that these may not be actionable matrices. These
Yes.
matrices may not be showing that, the
Uh-huh.
actual ROI, that okay,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
of object
Right. Yes. 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 Yes.
objective was achieved,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
it is based on these insights that you
Yeah.
actually create
Take
something
decisions. Yeah.
which
Correct.
compels
Correct. Correct.
people to take that action.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they are equally important, right?
Right. Right.
So
So that's
any
a let
kind
me.
of insight, any kind of data is equally important.
Yes. Yes. So let me turn it to the real term. It is the vanity matrix you are talking. It is the user generated content. It is UGC, user generated content. That is the more management term we are using, the digital marketing term. Okay.
Hmm.
So user generated content, see, let me tell you. So in the age of AI, so what are you doing? Earlier we are using like SQL, all those structured databases. Now in the social media age, it's all unstructured data. Okay. So there is
Right.
no structure. You can do write anything, any damn you can write in a social media, you can give a comment, all those things you can do. But the point is, of those, like what are the crafts are there? If you're generating some essence from the crafts, so those are your insights. And
Right.
that's why it is very much important to consider the user generating content, whether it is a like, whether it is a share, whether it is a comment or feedback or whatever. The comment is very rubbish, then even also consider that really whether that rubbish matter has any sense or something essence in that. If someone, for example, we are using products and some people they know, no, that's a bad product, it has all those things, maybe that specific product maybe reacted to that way with that consumer. So you have to consider also that point. And definitely what we have to do, we have to go back to the product division. So in that case,
Productivity.
yes, immediately we have to change whether it's really happening or not, because a lot of testings are required when we are launching a very good product, quality product. A lot of testing are available.
Yes.
Layers of listings are there,
And a
multi-layer.
feedback is a feedback at the
Feedback
end
is
of
a
the day.
feedback. Don't ignore those feedbacks. If it is
True.
good or it is a bad. Okay.
True. True.
If it is a good, when you consider all those feedbacks and with a more rational way, more independently, okay, or more neutrally, then what you will get, the real insights you will get. And
Yeah.
those insights also provide you some convergence.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So may not be, for example, when what we think is mostly digital marketing websites we call like CTA. CTA is the best way. For example, if there is a call to action, so what is then? There is nothing. For example, if you see a lot of e-commerce sites are there, starting from Amazon to Indians like Flipkart, Mintra, a lot of things are there. But what they are using, the primary thing they are using is CTA databases. They're showcasing the products of different brands, etc. Basis the pricing, the texture, etc. Depending on the product qualities and product attributions. Okay, they are showcasing all those things. Okay, so what is happening then? The real point is, for example, when we're gaining some insights from there, so basis that insights, if somebody is not buying something, what is the value of there? So you have to focus on the CTA. So how CTA should enable a consumer to buy something. So that exciting thing you have to do. Okay, for example, you are writing a very product snippet. So that product snippet is so exciting that so the people, oh, okay, let's try this one and let's buy. So then that is the conversion. That's the real ROI happens there. If so long as there is no sales, so it's absolutely just
And
a
until
fun.
unless yes, and
Yeah,
until unless you know that you know what your target audience is
correct, correct.
interested in,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
won't be able to generate a CTA or
Absolutely,
a
can I generate a
message
CPA? Let me
message
tell.
copy accordingly.
Absolutely. Then I can another higher angle. Okay, the higher angle is the AI. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I will
I'll
come
talk a
on to the.
lot of AI because I
I,
have not touched it yet.
no, no, I wanted to come on AI also because I just wanted you to finish. I wanted to thanks for reminding me. I actually wanted to talk to you about. See, sir, it's very simple. Today, right now, if we are sitting, we are talking about
Yeah,
digital
yeah,
marketing.
right, right.
I don't think any discussion on digital marketing today is
Yes,
complete without talking about AI and machine learning.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
incomplete, right?
yes, yes,
So,
yes,
in fact,
yes.
I wanted to come to this. I wanted
Yeah,
to know your opinion, your
yeah.
point of view,
Mm,
your thoughts on
mm.
how you see, this the wave of AI and machine learning has, again, specifically, I'm talking in terms of uh,
Digital marketing,
consumer insights
consumer
and
insight, and all those
buyer
things. Yeah,
persona
absolutely,
creation,
absolutely,
basically
absolutely,
for
absolutely.
conversion
Mm.
rate optimization.
Yes,
How
yes,
you
yes.
see AI and ML has propelled this particular thing, the tools or technologies, whatever. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's very exciting stuff for me because I have written two dozens of articles on AI in this for 5 months on LinkedIn. Okay, you
Yeah.
can go and see there.
Yeah, so just a note for
So
all the listeners of this podcast. You can
yes, yes,
go and
please.
check
Yeah.
Alok sir's LinkedIn profile, and I can guarantee you at least the first five notes that you will find are all on AI and ML, and with some deep insights. So definitely go and check it out. Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Jonah, for your kind, kind words. Okay. Yes, let's come to. So you told me that it has not propelled. AI has revolutionized the digital marketing landscape.
It
It's
has, yes.
revolutionized. Okay. So in 2021, OpenAI launched this GPT. Okay. So the GPT is just a generative pre-trained transformers. Okay. So what is that? Let's first understand how AI works. So before, because see, people just for like it's a buzzword. AI is a buzzword, but real people don't understand what is AI.
Hmm.
AI is all data,
Right, absolutely. Like
and
what we've been talking about throughout this conversation right now, again,
yes,
data.
it's data.
It's all
AI is data and qualitative data.
qualitative data.
Okay. So this OpenAI, what they have done a very exciting thing. Post OpenAI, there are a lot of things like Google is doing, Microsoft is doing, and a lot of other technology companies are just creating their products. Okay, and a lot of verticals and the different like sectors also. Okay, but let's focus only AI on this that is aspect like consumer insights and the digital marketing. So when I'm talking about AI, so AI is essential to do a lot of things. Lot of things. One is content generation, that's a doing. Then automation. What automation? You can do the marketing automation. You can automate your chat. Okay. You can provide assistance. For example, a lot of banks in India also they provide AI based. Okay. AI based chatbots. Okay. To
Yeah,
the customer so that they don't have to come to the branch and they can do all those operations and they can talk to the AI of that.
yeah.
Okay.
But
So
like
they're also doing.
getting their
Yes.
queries sorted out,
Yeah, absolutely.
with
So
a
let
series
me
of
tell you. So what is the
common
Negan? What is the
questions.
Negan? That yes, that the digital avatars or AI avatars are created basis all those data collected by those banks. Okay, and they are leveraging those data in that AI engine. Okay, so
Right.
when something is asking similar kind of questions, because see, consumers actors, for example, if you are providing any company is providing a service, then whatever the pain point should probably almost similar to the different that is user groups or the consumer groups. Okay, a similar question happens, definitely you would answer in that similar fashion. So but there is a reference point. That reference point is data collected by the banks. Okay, so
Right.
anyway, so data is much more important and curated data is more important. So we have to qualitative data is required. So once you qualitative data, I'm going to build up that model, and using that model you can do a lot of things in the digital marketing. Okay, starting from content generation to the like email targeting, A/B testing can also you can do it. For example, you can write multiple formats. For example, if it's a user group, I'm going to provide the prompt that yes, this user group is demographic factors are there, and the rest of the remote factors are there, and their buying habits is like this. Their buying habits in a different way, and their pain points are this, pain points different way. So when you provide all these prompts to the engine, definitely it will give you some kind of mailer to you automatically. Okay, so you can use them. So that is how automation is happening here. So a lot of automation can be done through AI in the digital marketing space. So what I'm telling you, the future will be a conversion of man and machine. Okay, so we can call it a digital twin. Something will happen in physical way and something will be digital way. So the entire inverse is a phygital. Okay,
Right.
so phygital is the future. Okay,
Which
so
physical.
phygital, yes,
So
physical plus digital
physical. Okay.
plus digital is phygital. Okay,
Physical.
so phygital is the future. Let me tell you, if you ask something like an expert or somebody to write something on it, because it's physical to write takes 30 minutes. That 30 minutes of work can be done in a minute through AI. Okay,
Absolutely.
so lot of amplification can be done, lot of augmentation can be done, and we can build up efficiency in the organization through AI. So a lot of efficiencies we can build up. Okay, so when we are using AI, bearing all those factors are there. Still, there are some factors like ethics should be there. Okay, we cannot avoid ethics in anything, in any business. Okay, in any technology also. So that bearing that ethics, consider about the efficiency now. Okay.
Right. So AI, of course, is there, sir, and we
Yes.
can just keep, talking about
Ah, yeah.
AI
A lot.
and how
Yes.
it
Yes.
has transformed,
Right. Right. Right.
because
Right.
it's an endless pool right now.
Endlessly.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
what I'm really curious to know also is, apart from this, are there any other technological
Technologies.
trends,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
that
Yes.
you when you
Yes.
look at them, you
Yes.
feel that wow, I mean, okay, this is
Abs-
something I never expected.
Right.
And
Right. Right. Right.
so are there, apart from, of course, AI, ML, yes, not going anywhere,
Absolutely.
they are there.
So yeah.
Apart
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
these, any
In
other
digital,
technology
yes,
trends?
yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you. In digital marketing, so apart from AI and ML, most important factor is emerging technologies. And what are they? They are AR and VR, augmented reality and
Augmented
virtual
reality,
and
virtual
virtual
reality.
reality. Through this thing, let me tell you, we can build up immersive content in a way so that, and anywhere in the world, if they are in a connected, because the world is the global connection. Okay, so we are the global village, there are all connected people. For example, that where it can be used much, it can be used in almost all domains, whether it is in medical science for the surgery, in education, in entertainment. Okay, and in skilling, everywhere in manufacturing. Okay, lot of things can be simulated through AR and VR. Okay, so all those things can done so easily and in a so engaging way that you can either your efficiency will increase and your engagement the consumers also increase, and anywhere you are. So the companies don't need to have physical presence across the city or something. Even at from the single room, you can manage the entire world. For example, mostly say consider about this the tourism. So if people don't want to come to this to visit something like during COVID time, they can leverage this technologies here and here, and they can to see all those things, and they can
Right.
really emerge in a fashion that whether if say consider this Taj Mahal of India. So if some company can build some kind of AR and VR project on this Taj Mahal, and that will be a hotcake. It will sell like a hotcake.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact,
So,
this
so
was
yes.
I mean,
Mm,
there were talks about, like,
mm,
not very not very long back, just
yeah.
recently, only maybe 2 3 years, 4 years back,
Right.
people the world was really getting in the awe of metaverse. So I personally feel, sir, that metaverse, it hasn't really actually still reached to the potential that it can really go, because in between this entire generative AI picture emerged, and
Exactly,
somehow
exactly.
the focus was taken away from
You are very,
metaverse.
very, very correct. Very correct.
you know
Very
so it's still there somewhere back, and
yes,
I don't know,
yes,
maybe in
yes,
the
yes.
coming 2-3 years, I don't know, but I think this is my personal
Mm,
feeling, that maybe in the future,
mm.
metaverse, the concept of metaverse, and as you mentioned, AR, VR, this is just
And
going
emerging
to
technologies. Yes,
throttle back
absolutely.
and take
Yeah,
the bigger
right, right.
canvas, take the front
Yeah,
stage.
absolutely. Yes.
It's
Wherein it's
waiting
like,
in the shadows, and it's
yes,
it's
yes,
going to back
absolutely,
again.
absolutely. You have told the right thing. It's very good. I couldn't agree more on that. So now, barring this emerging technology, there are other things as well, like the blockchain.
Yeah.
Blockchain is the most important technology in this digital age
Blockchain, I
because
think it's working as the, going under the radar sort of a
yes,
thing.
yes, yes,
You
yes.
know,
So what is doing?
it's
Lot of banks.
quietly doing its
Yes,
job,
try to doing his stuff. And
creating
let
its
me tell
own
you,
creating
yes.
its own niche.
So the trust factor is there, distributability is there, okay, security is there. So all these features of this blockchain technology will provide you some kind of solution where you can do it and you can call it yes. Your copyright cannot be just violated by anybody else. So that's a very interesting thing that will happen with the blockchain technology. And another thing also happening. Let me tell you. That is see uh, the that is voice search.
Voice search, yeah.
Voice search is the most important factor in this one marketing, digital marketing, or something, any kind of marketing. Okay. So what's happening? For example, if you consider India specifically, see, uh, like 70% people live in the villages. Okay. And the languages are, see, there are a lot of languages there in India, and they talk in very local languages as well. Okay. So what will do? So here a lot of things will happen. Term is voice like such, but this voice search will be governed by a lot of things. One, that is the AI and ML. Okay. And next is speech to text. Again, text to speech. Okay. So what will happen? For example, if somebody is asking someone what the first thing, that will translate into a language that a machine can understand. So once that is there, that is will be converted into speech to text. Then again, once the machine understand it, what is the question of that, then it will give a response. Okay. Again, in speech to text way. Okay. So
Right.
once that speech to text is converted, again that text will be converted again to tell to the customer or the user in a text to speech manner, so that the language, the same language, he will get that response. So that is a voice
Right.
search. That is a much more important factor that will help all those retail domain, mostly anything in its governance, in welfare schemes, everywhere you can use this technology. Okay. So that's why government and Prime Minister Modi just is very much really, but he's so excited about this technology that he wants to make like a lot of government programs are there. They're doing all those things. Okay. So they're using AI to build up like entire government services will be available in multilingual fashion. Okay. So that anybody
Yeah,
just ask
actually,
a
I
question.
had I had a speaker a few weeks back
Yeah,
on
yeah.
my
Yes,
podcast,
I have.
and he
I have watched him.
yeah, he was talking about this initiative that you're talking about. It's called Bhashini.
Yes, Vassini. Correct, correct, correct. I couldn't remember that. It is Vassini.
Yeah.
Now already, like Supreme Court already started using that. Okay, all those things are Vassini is being used to Supreme Court also, and almost all government programs are there just for us to use that technology. Okay, so that all those government services, they don't want to come to like a government officer to get their like problem solved. So this is very
Absolutely.
automated way. This interesting things are there will happen
And
in
all these things
mostly all the,
and
yes.
all these things are going to happen based on all the uh, data and the insights, consumer insights,
Yeah, absolutely.
that
Without that,
we
nothing will
get
happen.
with the
Yes, yeah. That is the
so
core of
so
everything. Yes.
everything actually funnels down to
To the data.
getting to
So
data, to
yes,
create insights, to get
yes,
insights,
yes.
creating the persona, and then delivering
Absolutely,
for
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
CRO campaigns.
yeah,
Great.
yeah.
So this
So
was really interesting, getting your point of view on a lot of things.
Yeah. But
I'm
still,
sure.
Drona, what I'm finding is because I haven't talked anything yet.
I know that's precisely what I was about to say, that I feel there is still a lot more to talk about,
Yeah, absolutely,
in
absolutely. You
this
can, yeah, but
entire
there is a
space.
time limitation. We cannot cover all
Yeah,
those points in just one
we
podcast.
can,
Yes,
yeah, and I feel we might just need, a episode 2 or a 3 or a 4,
absolutely, we
you
can
know.
do that. Yes,
So
yes,
we'll
yes. Yes.
definitely apply.
Right, right.
But for today,
Yes.
it was really a pleasure, sir, to have you on the
Yeah.
show. I would like to thank you for, giving your time, sharing the insights, sharing your experience, giving your inputs. I'm sure the listeners would get a lot of insights from what you've just shared, and I really look forward to having you again on the show. Thank you so much, sir, for joining today.
Thanks, Alok, for this nice podcast. I really am really humbled to be with you and to discuss all those points and provide my response as like that is I could provide me as effectively as I can do. So, but a
That
lot of
was very effective, sir.
Thank you for tuning in. If you like the podcast, please do subscribe to my channel on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast.